Hey, what's going on? My name is Mick, and I'm posting my day trading journey right here on YouTube with complete transparency and honesty. And today I got lucky and I stumbled across $75. I know, it's pretty awesome. I had one trade, and I thought I had a pretty good thing going on. I had made what I thought was to be a good decision, and I was wrong, but I was just right enough to actually make some money. And then I got out as soon as I realized that I was technically in the wrong. I took my money and I went on with my way. So I want to talk about that trade today. Unfortunately, I haven't been reading the market very well. I've also been doing a lot of other things in my life, so it's kind of hard to focus extremely hard. I really am only been trading for like 2 to 3 hours a day, and then I'm hopping off. Not trying to overcomplicate the process. So let's see what we had today. Um, Basically, I guess my main thought process is easier said right here. So looking at the overnight high, which I had at like 41.8375, which is this line right here. Um, Let me expand that a little bit. And so this was our overnight high, basically from 7 o'clock this morning. Right before the bell opened, we kind of stopped here at 41.60, and then we had a pretty large rally. This rally, I wasn't so sure about how far we were going to go because yesterday we just broke out of that range that I was talking about. So it was really tough for me to know if we broke out of the range. And my thought process is right after a range breakout, you go right back into consolidation. So that was kind of my anticipation after that breakout that we were going to be consolidating and kind of having, a couple of range days shortly afterwards. So I had that kind of bias going into the day today. And so what I was looking at was I was looking at the overnight high. We bounced at 41.60. And so that pre-market range, I was looking at that as our range for today. So what I did on this run up early in the morning was once we broke through this overnight high here, I started to see a little bit of slowdown, and I ended up, as we slowed down at the end of this candle here, I saw a couple. Let me show you a couple of. Let's see here. I'm going to try to show you a couple of 1 minute candles because I ended up getting short in a very specific spot, and I lucked out because that specific spot was right here at 1023 and around 41.85. And so this candle right here at 1022 had a pretty significant wick, and so that one closed with a significant wick, and then I'm looking at some selling pressure coming in. Some sellers were stepping in, and so I actually took a short there, and I wasn't real confident with it. I was kind of expecting this kind of move, right? Even some sort of correction off of the overnight high. So I'm not asking for a huge move, but just something that'll show me that it's worth staying in. I got in and out real quick. I took one tick or two, 3 ticks. Not a lot at all. I was pretty upset about it. Again, I got lucky that I didn't get punished here because we ended up continuing to go up. But in hindsight, looking at this area right here, there were a couple of pretty decent moves. Obviously, the one that I chose here was unfortunately just not a good one. But had I waited until we had gotten into the 41.91 range or even the approaching the 4200, this would have been much better at the 4200 level because both of these reactions seemed more psychological in nature, like larger moves off of a 4200, like an even number like that, big psychological number, and you can see the reactions that were played off of both of those. So in hindsight, that would have been great. This afternoon, I didn't trade anything at all. I had this fairly large, I think this was a 15-minute, or I think it was maybe a 5-minute fair value gap. And I felt pretty, I had drawn this, and obviously, it played off of that level really well. So there were a couple of other things that could have played out today at some point. But that early short in an uptrend, that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, and I said, you know what, I'm done for today. I've got some other stuff to do. Green is green, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that was luck. Um, it was luck in a sense that I didn't actually end up in the red. It was a green day, so I am lucky to say that. As far as execution wise, I think mentally I was making the right decision where considering we were in a range for so long previously that really the best trades are short at the highs and buy at the lows. So that was kind of my mentality coming into this, but that can also be the reason why you shoot yourself in the foot. So learning moment today, which is really nice, and on top of the learning moment, I came out in the green. So I'm grateful. But that's all I have for you today. See you next time. Peace.